Sorry folks, I left you without some music there while it disappeared and did some admin things. Right, missing off pole position. So just going to probably he was on fire in the last race he was out there, but right now we got a good clean start for everybody. And this will be the senior sprint. It'll be a senior sprint. Will be a 5-lap race. That's pretty quick, so it is a sprint race, and already 2 bikes have got out there in the front, and I'll tell you who that's got to be. I'd say that looks like Aston Hughes there in second, and Hayden Fitzgerald got a good clean break on the rest of the field. Third bike there, a white bike, could be Malcolm Belsky. We've got Neville Gibbs out there. In fact, it's not Neville Gibbs there. Neville Gibbs is back in about 8th place. 2, 4, 6, 7th place is Gibbs, but the battle is on right out in the front between the R6 and the Triumph 675. Matched perfectly for speed down that centre straight. We'll see what sort of differences it will bring out along the back straight. I'm just picking that Fitzgerald Hughes is enough in the line there to get the slipstream down that centre straight, bit different down the back straight. Fitzgerald on the number 52. He's running number 4. That's unusual. He normally runs the 52 number. I do see that I think the bike had a 4 sail on the front, and the Spencer Signrod can put a number on for every race if he wants to, but yeah, a number 4 machine there out in the front, and he's already on fire there with about a 0.3 of a second lead. The battle's on there for the minor money too. The third spot on the podium between Zurin Wiki and Malcolm Belsky. Zurin's got past Belsky there, so the lead 2 bikes, hammer and tongs out the front. Same with the second 2 bikes there. In 3rd and 4th position, we go back a lonely ride for the 5th bike there, and I think that might be Jesse Wiki there, still picking up on the colours, and a big gaggle of bikes there with Neville Gibbs on the CBR 1000 and amongst the middle of it. So we're going to have to go through and find out where the senior sprint is in our program, so I can give you a bit more details. But just a 5-lap race here. Look at that lead that Belsky's got now. Well, when I say a lead, the gap he's got in 3rd place over 4th. He's opened it up, but the eyes are down to the back straight there, and the 675cc closes up on the 600cc of Hayden Fitzgerald, but probably only about 1 to 2 bike lengths along that back straight, and conditions are getting better and better all the time. There's still damp out there. We saw a bit of sunshine come out earlier today, about 10 minutes ago in the last race, but still difficult conditions here to race on. Yeah, so those 2 bikes going into turn 1 there, and a very, very closely matched for lap times. Aston Hughes put in a 1:11.203. Hayden Fitzgerald just marginally slower there on a 1:11.310. So 0.1 of a second between them as Hughes closes up going into the final right-hander there in the S's there, runs the high line down into the hairpin there, a favourite of his, and comes out there. So the bikes match for speed down that centre straight. There's probably 6 bike lengths. In fact, it's closing up only by half a bike length, maybe 1 bike length, and into Higgins there. Both these guys matched evenly for braking. Great to see Aston Hughes out there on the racetrack, and a man that's had a go at the New Zealand Superbike Championships as well, and done fairly well for himself this season, as did Hayden Fitzgerald after retiring or semi-retiring from the sport for a couple of years, come back on a mighty R1 and was so quick this year on the Super Sports bike in the super bike class, super bike and super sport class, and big things to come from Hayden Fitzgerald, I think, next year on that same bike, as Motorcycle New Zealand tries to align their classes to go more with a super stock sort of class. And good to see Hayden just got right back on that bike and just could show us that he's lost none of his style. If I was to say anything, I'd say the man's actually got quicker and quicker than he was. His best ever finish at New Zealand Superbikes was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I think he got second behind, he got second behind Andrew Stroud in the New Zealand Grand Prix at Ruapuna. But more of a man that would be, top 8 to top, between 8th and 4th at the New Zealand Superbike Championship, but very, very consistent rider. But it looks like he's just found some new form. And he only did the 2 rounds in the North Island this year. that was their plan anyway. Did the Suzuki Series, had a massive crash here coming out of Toyota into that very, very fast right-hander, and some other bike tapped him, and massive crash there, and ended up breaking his scaphoid, so unable to compete in the rest of the series, but certainly a great comeback from him. But he's opened up his lead a bit, and he's a 1:10.7, Ashton Hughes a 1:10.9. In fact, Hughes slowing into the 11s there on the last lap, but right now on the track, they had half a second between them. That gap is closed up, so Hughes is certainly not giving up without a fight. Still didn't actually find out where this is in the program. Just I'd like to catch up with who's intermediate sprint. No, this is the senior sprint. Sorry, folks. I'm pretty sure this is brought to you by Ivan Jones Engineering, the sponsor, Ivan Jones Engineering, engineering company that I've seen pretty much in the program here for a number of years, supporting the Vic Series. So those two lead bikes back down that back straight past the Toyota sign, probably 8 bike lengths between them, matched perfectly. It's all about cornering speed and who's got the biggest set of testicles, I guess, going around here, and who's got the most confidence. They're closing up round under the front straight. We had a gap of half a second in the last lap. It is now going to be down to the thousandths of a second, 33 thousandths of a second, and up to turn 1 here. Fitzgerald sits up. What's going on there? Have we had a checkered flag? Oh, just look at that. I must move my computer. The checkered flag happened, and Hayden Fitzgerald took that by 33 thousandths of a second. Sorry, folks, I didn't even notice the white flag. That's outside of the racing's bin. I do have the numbers of laps on my screen, but with one set of eyes looking out all over the track and everywhere and looking in the program, I missed that, folks. It was just a 5-lap race. So Hayden Fitzgerald gone through, taking the win. Ashton Hughes